Show. Pat O Melia here, you there? Happy New Year, 2022. We're doing a test. We're going to try to put the City Show throughout Hudson County. So we're doing a test today and next week with Optimum, who is Al Tice. Hopefully everything works out. And we'll be in Bayonne, Hoboken, all of the towns. We finished 21, we're starting 2022 the same way we finished 2021 in the throes of Omicron. Don't forget everything that worked before, people. Social distancing, wear your mask where you think you need it, wash your hands, don't touch your face, which is hard for me because I constantly touch my face. 75% of Jerseyans are fully vaccinated. 80% have at least one shot. So we should be hitting that herd immunity any time now, so whenever that's going to happen. Hopefully you're healthy. You know, we've had a lot of our mayors. I won't say all of them. Some of them acknowledge that they came down with the virus. Mayor Fulop in Jersey City, Mayor Baller in Hoboken. There's a couple others. I don't know if they publicly announced that they had the virus or not. It is very transmissible, obviously more than the Delta, and there's still Delta out there. So do everything you need to protect yourself. Our topics today, take your temperature. Always take the temperature in the morning. That's a good indication. We're going to talk about the Christmas winners in Jersey City, North Bergen, and Bayonne. Mask mandates in Jersey City. There's a lot of call for it. We'll talk about that. I want to talk about Tom DeGesus, the county exec, had made a demand that all the employees be vaccinated. And we'll do some quick hits. We'll do all that when I come back. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. We're back. Pat O Melia here with his lukewarm coffee. Cold out there today. Very cold. I think it's like the coldest day in the last 3 or 4 years. I'm car challenged. I threw a rod in my Jeep through the engine. I'm debating whether I should put another engine in it, get a rebuilt engine. I'm waiting on the gang at Goya to give me some direction. My Lincoln, my daily car is the Jeep or the Lincoln. The Lincoln is throwing a code on an emission fuel sensor, so hopefully I'll get that taken care of. So I am using my van. Cool, isn't it? Christmas winners. The 20th annual in Jersey City Best Christmas Decorated Home Contest, and we did Bayonne, and we did North Bergen. Last year we didn't have Bayonne because of, we had a lack of sponsors. COVID was rearing its ugly head pretty bad like it is now. Fortunately, we had sponsors to help us out. In Bayonne, let's start with Bayonne, John. Our 3 winners in Bayonne were 125 West 5th Street, 626 Avenue A, 120 Avenue A. Avenue A seems to be highly decorated in Bayonne. In Jersey City, my buddy Laurie, she didn't win last year, she won the year before, at 57 Wigman Parkway, 107 Grace Street, Anna Rose. I think Anna Rose won last year, I have to look. And the perennial, the new John Severowski, this is the Jersey City, is the John Severowski Memorial Best Christmas Decorated Home Contest, 413 New York Avenue. Really do it up. They got a lot of decorations. Very hard house to shoot because there are so many decorations. They're so spread out. In North Bergen, the fine township of North Bergen, We have 6713 Durham Avenue. We have 7012 Newkirk Avenue. And we got 1316 13th Street. 13th Street was interesting. John, our lead editor in the studio, he did a lot of the North Bergen filming, and I was worried he was going to miss this house. I pass it all the time going to work. It's right off Patterson Plank Road. So I shot it, he shot it. So we were both certain this was going to be a winner, and yes it is. It's another winner this year. Now what we're going to do, hopefully Omicron starts to wear down a little bit. I'd like to try to bring all the winners in the studio, because what we want to do, we're going to bring them in the studio. We'll put them in front of the green screen. We'll superimpose their homes behind them. We did that last year. You'll probably see some pictures John's probably putting up. Everybody's wearing the mask. Really dates all your pictures with those masks. We hope to try to bring everybody in around the 20th or the 21st, because you know we gotta juggle everybody in here. And again, Omicron can change anything in a moment's notice. We gotta get Mayor Jimmy Davis from Bayonne, Mayor Steve Fulop from Jersey City, and Mayor Nicholas Sacco from North Bergen, all in one room at a time, because you got the 9 winners. Get them in front of the green screen, give them their award. They got $1,000 in cash, not too shabby, for their efforts. And I can't emphasize this enough, how much I respect the efforts, the expense, the thought, the theme, the labor that goes into decorating these homes. And every one of these homes was worthy of winning. And if you want to do it, be in this next year, go to Bethlehem. I think it's Bethlehem Christmas Decorations. They have a lot of good stuff there. Go on the internet, find decorations you don't see elsewhere, and decorate up your house. Make sure you tell us you win $1,000, and it makes your whole neighborhood look good. What we're hoping to do, like I said, I got to corral all 3 of these mayors at one time. Hopefully we can do it on a Thursday or a Friday. This way not to bother anybody's weekend. Probably something after work, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Again, the mayors are the problem. When you're offering to give somebody $1,000 in cash, they'll make time to be at the studio to get that. So hopefully, and we'll show you the footage of everything. And we're very thankful for all the sponsors that helped this year. We got some new ones. You got a Palisade Medical Center in there. CarePoint is one of the sponsors this year. And of course the perennials. Joe Panapinto with Panapinto's Property has been there for the last 20 years. Johnny Burns from Burns Brothers Monuments and Memorials, been there since the get-go. 20 years with the concert. I think it's like 24 years being a sponsor on the old radio show and on to the television shows we do now. So I want to thank everybody for sponsoring. I want to especially thank all the decorators, the cities, and all their mayors. And like I said, we're going to bring them in. Award everybody. You'll see all the footage. Congratulations to everyone. Right now we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Ford made their first all-electric SUV a Mustang. Rapid acceleration, reactive handling, 300-mile range. You control how it feels and how it sounds. It knows you. It dials into your preferred settings. It has an array of driver assist technology. Cameras and sensors enhance your awareness and provide you with additional control. But it's more than cutting-edge technology. It's the spirit of it. It's a Mustang.
We're back, City Show. Pat O Melia here. Hopefully I'm talking to all the people in Bayonne, North Hudson and North Bergen and West New York and Guttenberg. Secaucus, that's part of the Meadowlands. They were already on the Meadowlands channel. Harrison, Connie, hopefully we're all there. I should double check that with Comcast, because we're doing a test here with Altice. Hopefully all goes well, and this will be a permanent fixture that will be all through Hudson County. So it's up to you, Altice Optimum. Mask mandates in Jersey City. There is, I don't call it on a groundswell. There is calls that Jersey City Mayor Fulop should announce a indoor mask mandate in Jersey City. Now, like I said earlier in the show, do all the precautions and protections you can. Fulop has been probably the leader with various COVID protections from the beginning, back in 2020. If I'm not mistaken, Mayor Fulop was the first to close the malls. Even though the Newport Center Mall wasn't too thrilled about that idea, they eventually relented. He canceled parades, various social gatherings, hall rentals, down at the Liberty House and Marpac. He stopped all those kind of gatherings. Fulop was in the forefront of all the precautions. Actually, if you ask me, I think Governor Murphy started following Mayor Fulop's lead. Because he started closing the malls, halls were closed, theaters were closed, but Mayor Fulop was way ahead of that. And one of the things Mayor Fulop had announced was it made no sense to have a patchwork of various mandates and steps. One municipality would have this, another municipality would have that. And with Hudson County, we're also connected municipally, especially on Kennedy Boulevard. He announced that he was going to follow the lead of the governor and whatever was coming out of trend. And of course, the governor's following the science with the CDC. So Mayor Fulop, instead of making decisions that may not coordinate with Hoboken or Bayonne or North Bergen, went with the governor's leadership, and he's been consistent with that. From basically from the beginning, whatever Murphy was saying, Mayor Fulop in the city of Jersey City followed. And back then, Mayor Fulop, he was ahead of the game. He's ahead of the game now, worrying about the patchwork of municipality. Because Jersey City Hall is open. Hoboken isn't. West New York, I believe, is also closed. North Bergen, I think it is limited access. So you really don't know, especially if you're dealing with the county of Hudson and at various municipalities. You don't know, what the terms of our engagement are until you get into those towns. There are calls now on social media. Somebody had like an email thing going on to Mayor Fulop about mandating indoor masks. Now, again, Mayor Fulop has been pretty consistent with this. He's waiting to see what the governor said. And I believe the governor last week said as of right now, there is no need for a call for any new mandates, any closing of the schools, even though Jersey City is in remote right now, as remember the great term, abundance of precaution from Governor Murphy. That's what they're doing in Jersey City. But it's hard to knock Mayor Fulop on all the precautions he's taking. I think, they're talking about, Mayor Fulop should get involved and work with the other towns and have these mask mandates. There are 9 municipalities in New Jersey, as I understand it right now, that have a mask mandate. Out of 565 municipalities in New Jersey, actually maybe 564, I think 2 small towns merged. Of the 500 and possibly 64 municipalities, 9 have a mask mandate. 2 of those municipalities are in Hudson County. So when Mayor Fulop talks about a patchwork, that's right. There's no mandate in Bayonne, there's none in North Bergen, and none in Kearney or in Secaucus. So Mayor Fulop is right to say, let's see what Trenton says. Let's see what the governor's getting all the up-to-date information. I know Mayor Fulop is still monitoring all the hospitals in Jersey City, from CarePoint to Jersey City Medical Center. He's still getting the dashboard information. So like I said, Fulop has been consistent from day one. Now, if you want to wear a mask indoors, wear a mask indoors. Whatever you need to make yourself feel comfortable and protected, do that. You don't need the government to hold your hand. You want to wear a mask, wear a mask. And again, the businesses can require indoor mask mandate, but there's a reason you don't see that, because it would be detrimental to their business. And right now, I don't think there's enough call, there's enough reason to declare a mandate of that nature. And again, Mayor Fulop is going to follow the lead out of Shrem. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. City Show here. Pat O Melia there. Hopefully I'm talking to everybody in Hudson County. Hello, Hudson County. Not just Jersey City. That was the original idea of the City Show. We went from the Jersey City Show to the City Show so we can cover more of the municipalities. The County of Hudson, through County Exec Tom DeGeese, has ordered that all unvaccinated county employees who test positive for COVID will have to use their own personal time for recovery. You know, if you test positive, you got to stay home for 5 days. If you're sick, you're going to be out sick for as long as it takes you to recover. And if you are unvaccinated, Tom DeGeese, County Exec, is saying you will have to use your own sick days, your own personal days, your own vacation time for the recovery, for your recovery, or you go unpaid. It's your choice. Now, if you're vaccinated and you contract the virus, you are eligible for 80 hours of county sick time. Is this legal? Oh, it's not illegal. I understand what Tom's trying to do here, County Exec Tom DeGeese. But as soon as I read this last week, this can't be legal. And it definitely isn't. So it's just a matter of time before one of the county unions go to a judge and have a judge issue an opinion. Like I said, I understand what Tom's trying to do. They just recently lost a couple of sheriffs due to COVID, sheriff officers. Tom wants to get all his employees vaccinated and do the best they can to stay healthy. And nobody's arguing that. Just that this executive order from Tom DeGeese isn't going to hold legal muster, that's for sure. You know, but when 3 out of the 4, you know, like I said earlier, when you have fully vaccinated and boosted, like 3 of the 4 Hudson County fully vaccinated and boosted mayors. Now, I don't want to, I mentioned Robbie Bauer, Mayor Hoboken, and Mayor Steve Fulop. There were a couple of other ones. Fully voted, vaccinated and boosted, contracted the virus. The governor's wife, Tammy Murphy, contracted the virus. I don't know how many celebrities have contracted the virus, and they're all fully boosted and vaccinated. Yeah, it's kind of hard to distinguish who is really we concerned here, who is getting the virus. And remember, when you are unvaccinated, it doesn't mean you have the virus. It just means you're unvaccinated. There are a lot of people who don't get the flu shot. Now, I'm vaccinated. I didn't get the booster yet, but I got both shots. I'll probably get the booster. I didn't get the flu shot this year, and it turns out the flu shot isn't compatible with the flu that we have running around right now. And I managed to get the flu, but I kind of walked through it. And I didn't even realize I had the flu until my wife came down with it. We went to an urgent care, and they tested my wife and said, "Why you're here? Why don't we test you?" And sure enough, I was at the back end of the flu. But like I said, unvaccinated doesn't mean you'll have the virus. And being fully vaccinated and boosted doesn't mean you're not going to catch it. It doesn't mean you can't give it to someone. You know, you're as contagious as the unvaccinated person is. Now again, I'm a layman, but you know, if somebody got the COVID and they're fully vaccinated, they can give it to you also. You know, everybody's got to try to take as many precautions as you can. You know, and it's amazing how many people who are what I call fully V'd and B'd are coming down with this. Now, the Omicron, obviously, the vaccines we have are ineffective against the Omicron. And supposedly, if you do catch it, the symptoms and the illness itself won't be that bad as opposed to an unvaccinated, from what I've read. Now, we're taking all the precautions we can. The studio is on remote. Anybody who's who's hosting a show in our studio, they're doing that remotely from home like we did during the height of the coronavirus, the COVID-19, back in 2020 and 21. We're just taking those steps. You want to be careful with the people I have in the studio and anybody who comes in contact with us. Again, everybody in the studio, from what I know, at least my people, are all fully vaccinated. Some of us still need to get the booster, and I'll probably try to get that this weekend. But getting back to Tom DeGeese's executive order here, I understand exactly what Tommy is trying to do. He's trying to protect and incentivize his employees to get the vaccines. But I don't think the way he's going about it is legal. And it's just a matter of time before one of the unions, there's so many unions with the county of Hudson, goes into a judge and a judge makes a ruling on it. You know, the governor, President Biden couldn't get the corporate America to mandate it. And there's the Supreme Court has made decisions on it. So it's a tough one to hold. But take all the precautions you can. Get the vaccine. Keep yourself healthy. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back, City Show. Hello, Hudson County. Hopefully you're all there. Hopefully this testing is working out. If it worked out, I will sign a broadcaster's contract with Altice. I got to check with Comcast. I'll make sure we're on Meadowlands Cable. Meadowlands Cable has Harrison and Kearney and Aaron Secaucus. I think we are, but I'll double check. Quick hits. Jersey City. They're back in the birth certificate business. You know, I was amazed when I read the story that it was 20 years ago when the state took the birth certificate responsibility away from the county of Hudson. There was a particular county clerk we had then that somehow got tied up in this thing. There were illegal birth certificates being issued. The county took care of that problem as soon as they became aware. I was amazed it was 20 years ago. I remember reporting on this. You know, if you would have asked me, I would have said maybe 10 years ago. 20 years, man, as time go by as fast as you get older. But now, if you want to get a birth certificate, I'm sure the county, the city clerk, Sean Gallagher, is real happy about having that responsibility down there. But you can go to Jersey City now. I think if you were born between, I think it's 1909 and 2000, I forget the date, but it's pretty big. Maybe 2010, something like that. You can go to Jersey City and get it. I remember when the problem with the county, I had to go to Trenton. Louis Manzo was the assemblyman. They were giving me a hard time in Trenton to get my own birth certificate. And I got Louis Manzo involved, and then on Sunday they were sending me birth certificates. I have like 5 copies of my birth certificate now. There was a big toll break for the people who utilize exit 16A. With the new increase in tolls, which 3% on top of like the 37% last year, if you utilize exit 16E, let's say you're going to, Secaucus, you were paying the same toll as if you got off at 18A over by the bridge. Thankfully, Mayor's Nicholas Sacco, also State Senator Nicholas Sacco, and from North Bergen, and Mayor Brian Stack, also State Senator Brian Stack, negotiated a deal with the Turnpike Authority that you're going to play the toll for 16E, not the toll for 18E. Good job by both of our guys. One of the reasons why I have dual office holding, we have a problem like, people have 2 office titles. I don't have a problem with the mayor also being a state senator. Because when we send these guys down to Trenton, they know how to put a budget together. They know about making those decisions that could cost jobs. They know all about the budget process. Here's an example of Stack and Sacco doing the right thing for anybody who's getting off at 16A. It's from the world of politics. Oh, in Hudson County, there's always politics going on. Mayor Jimmy Davis is busy putting together his ticket, and he's got 2 heavy hitters that just joined. Gary LaPalooza, I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I always do, it could be a LaPalooza. President-seated council person will run on Jimmy Davis's ticket, and also Neil Carroll III, a legendary political family. His family's been involved in politics in Hudson County, I think before there was a Hudson County. Neil Carroll III will also be running on the Davis ticket, so Davis has picked up 2 heavy hitters there. The election is May, and he's running against the President Council president there, Sharon, and it should be an interesting campaign and election. We'll probably do the debates in the studio and broadcast them live, provided everything tests okay without pipes and optimal. But you can always watch the shows on the streaming networks, YouTube, Livestream, our base network, Facebook. But there is something to being on television. In Hoboken, Michael Russo was appointed the council president by his peers on the Hoboken City Council. Congratulations to Michael Russo, son of the former mayor of Hoboken. He's probably a councilman for at least 20 years now. So he's finally got, I think this is his first time being a council president. Now, due to the Omicron virus, you have a lot of municipalities are conducting virtual meetings. Hoboken is conducting their council meetings virtually. The Hudson County Commissioners are conducting theirs remotely. Go to their website so you can find all the information if you want to follow them, you want to speak on any of the issues before the council or the commissioner board. Jersey City Schools are in remote classes right now until I think the end of the week. And like I said, if the Omicron starts to cycle down, it would be beneficial for all of us. We can get our Christmas people in the studio, and the kids can go back to school. I'm out of time. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.